With their profound knowledge of human nature and interpersonal connections, the Stoics throughout history perfected the art of psychology, including the intricate inner lives of women. They recognized that feminine behavior, particularly when driven by desire, contains tiny but important clues. Discover the 7 things a woman does when she's feeling intensely attracted in this episode, which delves into the intriguing field of female psychology. Stay tuned to the end to see all 7, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a remark and tell your own tale. If you have one, let's explore desire and what it reveals about the female mind in Chapter 1. The influence of touch. When a woman's desire intensifies, her body language often shifts, with touch serving as a crucial means for her to convey her excitement. This may start with her touching her own body more frequently in subtle but significant ways, such as adjusting her hair more than usual, lightly grazing her neck, or running her fingers along her arms or legs. This is one of the most obvious and telling signs that a woman is feeling aroused. These seemingly insignificant actions not only ease her anxiety or fidgeting, but also aid her in re-establishing a connection with her body and attending to her physical needs. One of the most underappreciated indicators of a woman's sexual desire is her body's reaction to the intensified sensations she is experiencing even before any direct interaction occurs. These touches, though they may seem innocuous or incidental, are a part of a larger pattern of behavior where she is growing more conscious of her physicality and how it relates to her desire. Her body expresses her excitement, and these gestures demonstrate her growing desire for a closer relationship. However, her desire for physical contact increases when she is around someone she is attracted to, especially someone she wants to have sex with. This can show up in a number of ways. Maybe she unintentionally touches your arm during a discussion, stays longer, or even gives you playful prods. These behaviors are not at all random. Rather, they constitute her body's natural method of gauging the possibility of intimacy without going beyond any obvious limits. This innate desire for closeness, even in subtle ways, is a reflection of her growing arousal and a desire to explore farther are fascinating psychological phenomena. For many women, initiating or seeking touch is a non-verbal way of expressing their interest and excitement. It's a sign that she feels comfortable enough to cross the invisible line between intimacy and personal space. Touch becomes a form of communication during moments of arousal that transcends words. Without expressing her goals directly, touch becomes a conduit through which she can provide and receive comfort, stimulation, and reassurance. Her hands and fingers. Her body language conveys a lot of information. Whether a woman touches you in a playful or more intimate way, it's an expression of her desire and a way to feel the excitement of what might happen next. When she does this, it builds tension and creates a sense of anticipation. She's not just trying to feel close to you. The sense of touch connects her need for physical intimacy and her cerebral excitation. For guys who are sensitive to these cues, every touch brings you one step closer to removing the barrier between you, and every move conveys a silent message about her feelings and what she hopes to experience. This behavior is a useful way to learn about her attitude, and if you can read these nonverbal clues, you'll be able to tell when she's ready to move things along. Her touches are basically a covert invitation. She is demonstrating her interest, involvement, and readiness for a deeper physical connection with the man who can read and interpret these cues. Responding in kind can lead to a deeper emotional and physical connection, one that feels natural and mutually desired. Furthermore, touch during these moments isn't just about the act itself. It's about the trust and comfort that come with it. When a woman feels comfortable enough to touch you in an intimate way or to invite your touch, it's because she feels secure in your presence. This comfort is crucial because for many women, feeling safe and at ease is directly linked to their ability to experience pleasure and desire. So when she initiates or welcomes touch, it's more than just a fleeting action. It's a signal that she feels a certain level of trust with you. She's letting her guard down, inviting a closer connection, both physically and emotionally. In addition to being a calm mechanism, touch is also a powerful tool for heightening her arousal. When she feels your touch in response, whether it's a gentle hand on her back, a light brush against her arm, or a more intimate gesture, it can magnify the sensation she's already experiencing. The act of being touched when she's in this state of arousal can amplify her feelings, making her even more excited and receptive to further intimacy. In summary, a woman utilizes touch to express her emotions. How do you do? H.O.R.N.Y is a multifaceted behavior that reveals her level of desire. She initiates the behavior with self-touch to re-establish a connection with her body, and then proceeds to make physical contact with the person she finds attractive. These touches, albeit subtle, are her body's way of communicating interest, anticipation, and excitement for the man who is able to read these cues. Reacting to her touch can increase her arousal, strengthen the bond, and provide a fulfilling experience for both of you. Touch is an emotional bridge that, when comprehended, can lead to new levels of closeness and pleasure. It is much more than just physical contact. The second chapter on sexual imagination. When a woman is feeling intensely attracted or mentally engaged in desire, her mind often wanders into fantasy. This may not always be evident, but for women, the mind is frequently the first place where sexual excitement begins to build, whereas men may be more visually stimulated. This is another potent indicator of a woman's arousal. Imagination fuels many women's feelings of desire. If she's daydreaming or immersed in thought, it's likely that her mind is already preparing for a physical connection. Depending on the circumstance and her emotional state, her imagination enables her to explore ideas, scenarios, and possibilities that may not be occurring right now, but are nonetheless fascinating. These mental images might vary from light-hearted to intense. Her imagination becomes a fertile ground for pleasure when she imagines romantic situations, intimate experiences, or even just the excitement of being around someone she is attracted to, regardless of the facts. This could manifest as subliminal clues or double meanings later in talks, setting the stage for her physical reactions. She could make light-hearted jokes with a flirtatious undertone or direct the conversation towards subjects that allude to closeness. Women who are experiencing this mental thrill often give away these clues to test the waters, not necessarily intentionally. She uses this mental interaction to increase her own desire and create anticipation for what might happen to males, which is why you might notice that she is more provocative or playful than normal. When a woman is mentally exploring her own fantasies, it's a sign that she's open to more. Whether you gently invite her to share her thoughts or engage in flirtatious conversation, it's crucial to foster an environment where she can freely express her imagination without fear of judgment, as mental arousal often leads to a more profound physical experience. Recognizing these signs can help you understand how to respond. A woman's sexual imagination is closely associated with her curiosity and exploration. If she envisions novel possibilities, she may be open to trying previously unexplored experiences. This gives you the chance to explore together, finding new ways to connect on an emotional and physical level. In this way, arousal becomes a shared experience that begins in the mind and culminates in something more concrete. A woman's sexual imagination is a strong force. When she is feeling excited physically, her desire increases. By interacting with her imagination, you may strengthen your bond and improve the experience overall. Understanding the various ways she conveys this through discussion, fantasy, and even humor can provide you important insight into her mindset. This will allow you to explore new levels of intimacy with her. Chapter 3. Hidden Aspirations. Everyone has hidden desires, and when a woman is feeling particularly attracted to someone, she may begin to express these desires through her behavior or subliminal cues in conversation. In this situation, arousal increases the likelihood that she will act on or say things she might normally keep private. These hidden cravings are not always wild fantasies, but rather may be minor personal preferences that she doesn't openly discuss. Whether they relate to closeness, emotional connections, or even particular behaviors she finds enjoyable, these hidden needs are frequently very personal and represent her individual tastes. Women who are at ease and enthusiastic are more likely to express their true desires, which could be as basic as wanting greater physical intimacy or as detailed as she's been harboring a certain fantasy, and when she's ready to share it with you, it's a clear sign that she connects with you and is open to sharing her inner life with guys. This could be an incredibly exciting opportunity. If a woman begins to open up to you about her hidden desires, it may result in a stronger emotional connection, as it shows that she trusts you enough to be vulnerable and understand what she wants and why. It's critical to handle these situations sensitively and honestly in order to foster an atmosphere in which she feels free to keep expressing her desires. This sharing of secrets can improve your relationship and make your time together more satisfying. Many women also associate these cravings with emotional needs. Meeting her needs in this way can result in a more fulfilling and intimate relationship because you can connect on both an emotional and physical level. In summary, arousal is not just about physical attraction, it's also about feeling understood and connected on a deeper level. When she discloses a secret desire, it's frequently because she wants to feel seen and appreciated for who she is beyond the surface. When a woman starts to express her hidden desires during moments of attraction, it's an indication that she feels secure enough to be vulnerable. By responding to these desires with compassion and understanding, you can create a closer, more intimate bond with her and turn her fantasies into experiences that you can share. Chapter 4. A preference for sweet and seductive flavors. One of the most fascinating things about female psychology is how some meals, especially sweet ones like honey, can greatly improve a woman's mood and heighten her sexual cravings. A woman's cravings frequently change noticeably when she is feeling especially attracted to someone or yearning for intimacy, and she may automatically reach for something sweet. Honey, which has long been considered an aphrodisiac, is a common indulgence during these times. But what is it about honey and sweetness that appeals to a woman's sensuality? Sweetness and sensuality have a deeper relationship than just sating a basic want. It explores how a woman's body and mind react to sensory pleasures, particularly when her desire is strong. Honey's rich, silky texture and intense sweetness evoke feelings of indulgence, luxury, and satisfaction when a woman feels aroused or attracted to someone. Eating honey or any other sweet treat can heighten her physical sensations, allowing her to feel more in tune with her emotions and connected to her body. When a woman craves these foods, especially during moments of heightened attraction, it reflects a deeper yearning for intimacy, affection, and connection. Her body is signaling that she wants to feel desired, indulged, and adored by her partner in these moments. Therefore, the significance of these foods extends beyond their taste and texture, as they symbolize indulgent pleasure and a sense of cherishedness. For a man who is sensitive to these subtle cues, eating something sweet becomes both an act of self-indulgence and an emotional statement to her partner about her body and mental state. Understanding a woman's desire for sweetness at these times might provide a special understanding of her bodily and emotional requirements. A simple act like giving her something sweet can create a sensuous atmosphere, arousing anticipation and strengthening your emotional bond. You can share honey, chocolate, or any other gift with her. Elevate the moment by transforming a routine interaction into something more meaningful and intimate. It demonstrates that you understand her desires not only on a physical level, but also emotionally. There is also a psychological component to take into account, as sweet foods like honey can act as a form of comfort, easing any tension or nerves that may come with feelings of arousal. In times when a woman is feeling particularly charged, indulging in something sweet can help her relax and fully immerse herself in the experience. It's not just about the sweetness itself. It's about creating a moment of indulgence that reflects how she wants to feel emotionally and physically. This allows her to embrace pleasure and then share it with her partner. Additionally, sharing these sweet treats with her can foster intimacy. To put it simply, when a woman craves honey or other sweet treats, especially when she's feeling strongly attracted to you, it's often a reflection of her deeper desire for pleasure. There's something sensual about feeding someone else or sharing a sweet moment together. It's a small but powerful way to connect both physically and emotionally, fostering a deeper bond. For instance, offering her a spoonful of honey or a bite of dessert can be an intimate, playful moment that adds a layer of flirtation and anticipation to your interactions. Connectivity and indulgence. This yearning goes beyond simply satisfying her sugar craving. The next time you witness her reaching for something sweet, understand that it could be a sign of a deeper, more intimate need for connection and closeness. By identifying and satisfying these cravings, men can tap into their partner's emotional and physical needs and create a more fulfilling and connected experience. This is your chance to transform a simple act of sweetness into something genuinely unforgettable. Chapter 5. Setting dates. Fixing desire. A woman's haste to set up dates and make arrangements is one of the most striking signs of heightened interest or deep attraction. This extends beyond informal conversations. Instead of letting things happen by accident, she takes the initiative to make plans that reflect her yearning for something more profound and meaningful. Her involvement is evident not only in choosing the dates, but also in how she presents them, often suggesting activities that foster intimacy and closeness. In situations where she is in charge of organizing, there is typically a discernible change in her energy and enthusiasm. She may suggest romantic dinner dates, private movie evenings, or impromptu get-togethers that provide privacy and relaxation. This transition from impromptu or group outings to deliberate one-on-one encounters indicates her growing emotional investment. These are not arbitrary recommendations. We thoughtfully select these times to foster emotional connection. The act of planning a date gives her something to look forward to, mentally preparing her for the joy and emotional fulfillment that come from spending quality time with someone she's attracted to. What makes this behavior even more significant is the detail she puts into planning. It's not just about logistics. It's about curating moments that hold meaning. She's likely to choose settings that encourage conversation, emotional closeness, or even subtle, physical contact. Her proactive behavior reflects her eagerness to nurture the connection, making sure there are opportunities for something deeper to develop. Every suggestion, whether it's a romantic coffee shop or an impromptu trip to the park, carries the undertone of intimacy. By making plans in advance, she not only shows interest, but also expresses her hope that these times together will deepen your bond. From a man's point of view, this is a significant indication of her growing attraction. She is consciously choosing to participate in ways that foster connection, indicating her desire to establish something significant. It is evident that she is seeking more than casual company, as she actively seeks to create opportunities for one-on-one conversation. Setting dates not only provides her with a sense of security and structure in the developing relationship, but also enables her to manage the emotional excitement and anticipation that accompany attraction. This behavior enables men to understand that she is taking emotional risks by investing her time and energy into forging a bond that has the potential to grow. In many cases, women will go out of their way to make these planned dates memorable. She might pick a location or activity she knows you'll enjoy, reflecting the thought she puts into making the interaction special. This gives her emotional stability as she navigates the early stages of the relationship. The thought process involved in planning a date intensifies her feelings, adding emotional weight to the experience. As she mentally envisions the upcoming meeting, she strengthens her emotional connection to the person she's interested in. Realizing that this behavior isn't random is crucial. A deeply attracted woman doesn't want to leave things up to chance. Her desire to plan and organize reflects her need to ensure that opportunities for intimacy don't slip away. This attention to detail is another indication of her developing feelings, as she isn't just spending time with you for the sake of it. Instead, she is purposefully creating experiences that leave a lasting impression, ensuring that the time you spend together feels meaningful. This isn't about control, rather, it's about intention. She's actively creating opportunities for emotional intimacy to develop organically, making sure that the relationship advances. Men who appreciate this work will be better able to meet her needs and return her investment in creating a bond based on mutual care and emotional intention. The proactive preparation and anticipation of these dates feeds her desire, and the knowledge that they have a set time to spend together provides her with emotional stability and lessens the uncertainty that frequently comes with new relationships. Connections. In conclusion, when a woman prioritizes setting up dates and investing time in arranging how and when you will meet, it is a strong sign of her growing attraction and emotional investment. This stability enables her to fully engage in the interaction without second-guessing her feelings or intentions. The anticipation of these moments heightens her attraction, making her even more eager to spend time with the person she desires. Instead of passively waiting for meaningful moments to occur, she actively creates them. This behavior demonstrates her seriousness about connecting with men and her willingness to take the initiative to make it happen. Understanding her objectives and fostering the relationship require acknowledging and reacting to her effort. Chapter 6. Cheating. When a woman is deeply attracted to someone, one of the more subtle telling signs is a noticeable shift in her routine. This can manifest as her suddenly cheating on her normal habits, skipping the gym, rearranging work commitments, or altering her daily schedule to prioritize spontaneous, intimate moments with the person who's caught her interest. This shift isn't about deception, but about how her changing priorities reflect the intensity of her desire. When a woman is in this state, routine takes a back seat to the person who has captivated her thoughts, and her behavior becomes a direct reflection of her heightened attraction at its core. Routine provides a sense of stability, structure, and predictability in life. But when a woman finds herself strongly attracted to some, Chapter 6, structure can begin to bend. She may start making sacrifices in areas of her life that once seemed non-negotiable. This can mean staying out later than usual, being more spontaneous in making plans, or even calling in sick to work just to enjoy a day of adventure or intimacy. The shift might be subtle at first. Maybe she skips a few workouts or cancels plans with friends more frequently, but over time these small adjustments build up and reveal a deeper emotional connection. A woman who is deeply attracted to someone may also show a desire to prioritize intimate moments if she used to have a busy schedule, but suddenly appears more flexible and willing to meet at strange times or for spontaneous meetings. Because the idea of spending time with the person she's interested in outweighs any other obligations she may have, she is more than willing to change her regular routines, indicating that she is letting her attraction and desire guide her decisions. This is her way of expressing how much she values this new relationship. Psychologically, this behavior closely aligns with the brain's reward system. When a woman feels attracted to another person, her brain begins to associate being with that person as a highly rewarding experience, even if it requires her to deviate from her comfort zone or regular schedule. This suggests they prefer meaningful interactions with their desired partner to routine tasks. Her brain tells her that spending time with him offers more emotional and physical satisfaction than sticking to her regular schedule, prompting her to alter her routine accordingly. This isn't just about craving excitement. It's about the way attraction rewires priorities in moments when attraction is strong. Women may find it harder to focus on the more routine aspects of life like work or daily chores. Instead, their thoughts are consumed by the desire to spend more time with the person who has ignited that attraction. In a sense, this cheating of the routine is an outward sign of how much space this person now occupies in her mind. The thrill and excitement of potential intimacy push her to deviate from her normal path, as her brain continuously signal that these new interactions are far more stimulating and rewarding than the regular structure of her life. It's important for men to recognize this shift and understand its significance when a woman goes out of her way to spend time with you, especially when it disrupts her usual routine. Her conscious decisions to be with you are a clear sign of her developing interest and desire, demonstrating the genuineness and significance of her emotional engagement. It's not just about physical attraction, it's also about her readiness to put your relationship ahead of other, previously more significant parts of her life. You can develop a stronger emotional and physical bond with her if you recognize this and value the effort she is putting out. Men can also contribute by returning the favor. If she's prepared to alter her normal meeting halfway by being receptive to last-minute arrangements or providing possibilities for spontaneity or flexibility, being aware of her desire for these qualities will strengthen your bond. Relationships will only get stronger via meaningful encounters. This involves recognizing the moments when spending time together becomes more important than adhering to a routine, as opposed to constantly disrupting daily life. In conclusion, when a woman begins to deviate from her routine, it's a clear sign of her growing attraction and her willingness to forsake her regular routines and responsibilities, as her desire to be with you has become her top priority. It's about creating shared experiences that strengthen the bond and add layers of intimacy. Stage center. This change is an invitation to cultivate more connection as well as an indication of emotional investment. Realizing and reacting to this, being equally adaptable and impulsive, can strengthen the bond and make the relationship more fulfilling and significant for both parties. Chapter 7. Clear eyes. A woman's eyes are one of the most subtly potent, yet unquestionably potent signs of her developing attraction and desire. When a woman feels attracted to someone, her eyes act as silent messengers, conveying a tale of desire, curiosity, and emotional bonding. You may notice her gaze becoming more focused, her pupils dilating, and her ability to hold eye contact. Her eyes are often referred to as windows to the soul, and they reveal her emotions long before she may express them through words or actions, strengthening and intensifying contact. When a woman is feeling aroused or is really interested in someone, her eyes actively communicate her internal condition. These are obvious indications that her body is responding to the magnetic pull of attraction, producing a charged connection that is as emotional as it is physical. Even if she hasn't expressed her attraction, the intensity of her gaze acts as a form of nonverbal communication. She may look at you with a softness that conveys openness, or with a fire that reveals the depth of her desire, but from a biological standpoint, her eyes are doing the talking. Her gaze also frequently lingers longer than usual, as if she is studying every detail of the person in front of her, savoring the moment. If you notice that her pupils are expanding when she looks at you, it's a clear physiological sign that her body is responding to the chemistry between you. She may not even be aware of this change, but her body is already sending signals that she's feeling a deep emotional and physical connection. Pupil dilation is one of the most consistent signs of attraction and arousal. Pupil dilation is an involuntary reaction that occurs when an individual feels desire and widens their pupils to enhance their focus on the object of attraction. This is one of the reasons why making eye contact may feel so electrifying during intense times of desire. It's as though her body is communicating to you what she might not be ready to express aloud at that time. When she holds your gaze, it's a way for her to let her guard down and invite you into her emotional space. Her eyes become a bridge between you, giving you a glimpse into her deeper feelings. Maintaining eye contact with someone who attracts them can be both thrilling and slightly vulnerable for many women. This unsaid bond formed by glances and quiet conversations fosters an intimacy that can be difficult for words to express. One of the most powerful ways to show vulnerability and trust is through contact, which is why it's crucial to developing a stronger emotional connection. When a woman feels safe, confident and attracted to someone, her eyes will naturally soften and brighten, expressing her inner emotional condition. Clear eyes frequently reflect a sense of emotional clarity and openness. However, as her infatuation intensifies, her gaze may alternate between moments of intense connection and light-hearted inquiry. One of the most private experiences that two individuals might have at these times is emotional transparency. Without either party having to speak, eye contact is a shared experience that amplifies the emotional intensity of the relationship and is a silent means of conveying mutual attraction. An example of mutual understanding could potentially fortify the bond between men. It's crucial to understand and react to the power of eye contact. If a woman is locking eyes with you for prolonged periods of time with an intensity that surpasses casual glances, it's a clear sign that her attraction is growing. Don't be afraid to meet her eyes. Instead, have that silent conversation with her. Elevate the moment with a steady gaze and subtle gestures like a smile or light touch to enhance the emotional connection. When a woman looks into your eyes, she's looking for a confirmation that you feel the same connection. By holding her gaze and responding with your own intensity, you're feeding into that loop, reinforcing her desire and strengthening your bond. This exchange of looks can make a simple moment more intimate and connect you to each other's emotions. In conclusion, these extended periods of eye contact can break down emotional barriers, enabling the formation of deeper and more meaningful bonds. Some of the most personal and striking indicators that a woman's attraction and desire are intensifying are her clear eyes and prolonged eye contact. By observing and reacting to these nonverbal clues, you have the chance to strengthen your emotional connection and establish a physically and emotionally fulfilling relationship. Her body language, especially her eyes, often conveys her feelings more effectively than words can. As we wrap up today's episode, It is evident that understanding the subtle cues and behaviors women display when they are feeling deeply attracted can unlock deeper connections and insights into female psychology. These signs, which range from the way she touches to the fantasies she entertains, offer a glimpse into her inner world and the powerful role desire plays in shaping her actions. Eye contact is a powerful tool in the dance of attraction, and when understood, it can elevate the relationship to new levels of intimacy and desire. Men can create more lasting relationships by encouraging physical and emotional closeness, but keep in mind that each person is different, and although these behaviors are prevalent, communication is still essential to fully comprehending your partner's needs and wants. We appreciate you sticking with us through the end. Please remember to like, subscribe, and leave a comment if you felt this episode was informative. If you have a story of your own to offer, we'd be delighted to hear it. Until the next time, stay tuned for more in-depth explorations of the intriguing realm of female psychology and relationships.